There is the Russian boxer, Anastasiia KIRIENKO, 17 years of age. Preparing for her second bout of Kielce 2021. Valery Pastuhov of Moldova is the referee.
Round one.
So we're underway then. Bantamweight action in the 54kg weight class in the quarterfinal stage. Boxers looking to earn themselves a place on the medal podium. Boxer wearing red is Russia's Anastasiia KIRIENKO. Her opponent in blue is Iryna VINAHRADAVA. So patient start to this contest for both of the boxers. They look to feel one another out. Southpaw jab flicked out by KIRIENKO. Looking to measure her with that backhand coming in is VINAHRADAVA. Plenty of fading over that front foot from the taller boxer. Lead hand down by her belt line as she continues to shape up in front of her opponent, repels that backhand that came in from the woman in blue. Nice right-left combination, the southpaw left cross, finding the range right at the end of the shot. VINAHRADAVA just looking to score in singles at the moment to try and get inside the greater reach, but there she was picked off by a counter lead right jab as well from the woman in red, so she may have to double up her attacks here, VINAHRADAVA. This type of territory, well, it appears to be KIRIENKO's contest. Nice right jab to the body from the woman in red. Oh, that's a beautiful left hand. Really did show imagination to penetrate the high-held gloves of the woman in blue. VINAHRADAVA again looking for that backhand, but hasn't really had any success in finding the range, and again she's looking to score her points in singles. VINAHRADAVA with nice defense, putting the gloves up, but the solid left cross straight through the guard once again brings about a standing count, and that has been a really profitable punch for Anastasiia KIRIENKO. Just under a minute to go in the opening round, and KIRIENKO finding the range with terrific consistency as she puts her opponent on the end of that lead right jab. She'll take tremendous confidence from the fact that she's brought about a standing count. And VINAHRADAVA just finding this a difficult puzzle to solve as KIRIENKO drops down with a whipping left hand around the body. Defense is effective once again for VINAHRADAVA. She has to be mindful that she doesn't become gun shy here. First round is almost completed, and she's had very little success to speak of during the course of that first 3 minutes. Continually looking for single pot shots, but at the distance in which she's choosing to operate or the distance at which she's being kept, well, KIRIENKO in complete control. Some 10-8 scores sprinkled in, and again in AIBA boxing, the interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear round, 10-7 total domination. Some of the action from round number one.
Ничего не делаешь, просто номер отбываешь и все.
боксировать. Плотно на ней, иди дерись, понимаешь? Так толку не будет, ничего. Если ты выйдешь сейчас опять, то с такими руками, руки подними с уклонами, поджимай, бей, бей. Плотнее на ней надо работать. А что ты...
Seconds out, please.
Танцы какие-то.
Round 2.
Into the second round then. Very good opening round of boxing from the woman in red, Anastasiia KIRIENKO, who controlled the distance and indeed the tempo of the first 3 minutes. VINAHRADAVA really struggling to find her way into her own punching range. And again, she's starting the second round at a similar tenor. Now remember, the boxers and their teams will be aware of the context of the bout, thanks to AIBA live scoring here at Kielce 2021. But there's been no discernible change in the tempo or the urgency of VINAHRADAVA. What changes can she make as she's put on the end of a right hook, left cross in the concluding stages of that combination? And again, that's a solid right hand landed by the woman in blue, her best shot of the entire contest. Now she's trying to get over the front foot and close the distance, but KIRIENKO presenting an elusive target. Concentration absolute from both boxers. Good defense with the gloves from VINAHRADAVA once again to repel that 1-2 combination from the woman in red. VINAHRADAVA coming forward with just a little bit more urgency now, but picked off by a right-left combination out of that southpaw stance. Just think there needs to be more work from VINAHRADAVA through the halfway stage of this second round. I'm not quite sure this type of punch output is going to get it done against KIRIENKO, because KIRIENKO appearing incredibly comfortable up there in the boxing ring. And surely the onus is on the woman in blue to try and do something to change that as KIRIENKO gets through with a left cross once again. Cracking right jab snapped up from the belt line by KIRIENKO. Just presented the same shot almost as a decoy there. VINAHRADAVA hasn't been able to quicken her feet, hasn't been able to increase her punch output as KIRIENKO scores to the body. Swinging and missing is VINAHRADAVA, and she's countered by a looping left hand out of that southpaw stance. So 2.5 minutes gone, and KIRIENKO controlling this one on her own terms once again. VINAHRADAVA, as she's picked off by another raking left cross. VINAHRADAVA really having her work cut out here. She hasn't been able to quicken her work or increase the pressure. And at this type of distance and this type of pace, well, KIRIENKO is just waltzing her way through the rounds. 2 in the book, both of them in favor of the woman in red. Very good boxing indeed. There's confirmation of the second round in the book with another sprinkling of 10-8 scores, such as the control being exhibited by KIRIENKO. Take a look at some of that action from the second round.
Ты ни шагу не сделаешь. Ты сделаешь два... Да ты не подходишь, ты стоишь на месте. Двойку пробьешь и все. С места. А ты раз-два, хотя бы еще два. Давай, иди работай. Просто номер отбиваешь.
Seconds out, please.
Ничего не делаешь.
Round 3.
Well, coming into the third and final round, there has got to be a drastic change in tactics from the woman in blue, because she's boxed the first 2 rounds at this type of distance and at this type of tempo. And Anastasiia KIRIENKO has just done pretty much as she likes. The 2021 National Youth Champion of Russia, the 2020 European Youth Silver Medalist, had harder contest than this through Kielce 2021. To book her stage at this quarter-final juncture of the tournament. Remember, the winner through to the medal podium, and there's a beautiful right jab once again. And Kirienko has really found her groove here in this quarter-final contest. Have to feel for Vinahradava because she simply doesn't have armory with which to compete. She's trying to get inside. You can see she knows what she needs to do, but implementing it up there in the ring against such an accomplished operator as Kirienko, a different matter altogether. Having got to that close tempo, perhaps that close distance for the first time in the contest, she did try to free her hands, Vinahradava, but surely she needs to do that more often. Body shot with the left hand turned into a left cross over the top, and it brings over the second standing count of the contest. And Vinahradava cutting an incredibly frustrated figure up there in the boxing ring because she simply cannot find an answer to the puzzle being posed by Kirienko. Kirienko demonstrating so many facets of her game here as she goes downstairs with a whipping left hand to the body. Vinahradava, she takes another stiff left cross. Simply hasn't been able to get herself into the contest. Hot shot left hand success once again from Kirienko. Vinahradava simply cannot find the educated pressure that she needs as she takes another left cross. Remember, she's had 2 standing counts already. She's conceded the first 2 rounds with a whole host of 10-8 scores in amongst these completed scorecards. But there has been no discernible change in approach from Vinahradava, and that must be disappointing, most of all to her, because she knows what she needs to do. There she did get her hands free and score with punches to the body, but she needed to do that. After conceding the opening round, she really did need to get busy, but just not able to raise her game, Vinahradava, and it will be Kirienko who goes through to the semi-final stage where Nagina Tamova of Uzbekistan awaits. And what a contest that promises to be between Russia and Uzbekistan. We'll await confirmation. But Anastasiia Kirienko cruising through to the semi-finals and the medal podium here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Anastasiia Kirienko, Russia.
Well, that is what Anastasiia Kirienko is aiming for, the #1 spot here at the 2021 AIBA Youth World Championships. And she swaggers her way through to the semi-final stage when Nagina Tamova of Uzbekistan awaits, and that's how she did it. A very controlled display takes her through to the final 4. You have to feel for Vinahradava, simply couldn't get herself into the contest. It's Kirienko